Shortfield landing. I want you to put it on the numbers.
Okay.
The Shortfield landing.
Down to 15.
Airspeed is critical. Still 30 degrees of flaps when we get down there. Our aiming point is going to be the threshold, and by the time we do a slight rollout or flare, we should touch down right there on the numbers and give ourselves plus 200 feet. And he just landed.
Converting traffic, 303, land on right base, on the left side, converting.
Taylor traffic, 400
turned
Bravo
a little
Alpha, turning
early.
right base, 17 Taylor.
But you can fix it though. Don't forget to state where you are and flaps.
And we were on the
Left base.
Yeah, left base.
Lockhart traffic, 904 Charlie Papa on left base for 18, touch and go, Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic to go to 2136 Charlie, clear the active.
Taylor traffic, 495 Alpha, final.
Yeah, it's going to be turning too late.
And we're final.
Lockhart traffic, 904 Charlie Papa is on final 18, touch and go, Lockhart.
Alright. Looking for that 65, 60 to 65, somewhere in there.
Well, I would say if I... No.
I'd say this looks okay right now.
Okay.
We're aiming for the threshold, and by the time that we flare and roll out, it should be 1,000 footers.
Are those white or red? Can't tell.
They're both red.
Yeah.
Which means that we're low for the landing point of, the 1,000 footers, whatever. But if you think we're too low, too slow,
Yeah,
add power if you need to.
I kind of think we are.
Alright, I would say so. Keep that power in there. Alright, now take it out. Don't land before it. Remember, Shortfield is a short field, not a soft field.
Oh.
Shortfield, you want to land and we simulate max braking. You can go do a normal takeoff, it's fine. Simulate max braking, elevator full aft, and then flaps up. So flaps up, full, simulate full brake, and then aft elevator. So full back on the elevator. Alright, we're going to do it again on 1,000 footers, but we have to clear a 50-foot obstacle at the approach end of the runway. So when we cross over, we need to be over 50 feet when we cross the threshold.
Over 50 feet.
Over 50 feet, because we have to clear an obstacle to land on a short field. And there's an obstacle in the way of our landing, so we have to chop and drop pretty much. Whoa, what are you doing?
We're just trying to align.
Oh, okay. I thought you were turning, sorry. Yeah, we came in super shallow.
Yeah. Go ahead with me.
Huh?
Any landing is a good landing.
Yeah, if we had lost an engine, I mean, we definitely wouldn't have made it.
Area traffic stock.
That's just my most concern.
I wonder what happened to that. It looks like a fire down at that cattle.
No, that does. Looks like a chicken farm or something. Probably been deserted.
Taylor traffic, 4951 Alpha, right downwind, 17. Lockhart traffic, 904 Charlie Papa, entering left downwind for 18, touch and go, Lockhart.
What is the speed that we're aiming for? What is it? 100?
Yeah, it's about 100.
Okay.
If we're powered at 2,000, we should be at about 100 knots or so. Remember, we're landing on 1,000 footers this time.
You mean the first ones or the second?
No, that's the threshold. 1,000 footers are those white
right.
rectangles. I think we're still turning out a little early, but go ahead.
Scanner traffic, 49 Pablo Alpha, right base, 17 Taylor.
Downwind, forgetting what this base, right?
Lockhart traffic 904 Charlie Papa entering base 418, touch and go Lockhart.
Alright, there we go. No more than 30 degrees. Cool. Alright, so when we cross the approach end, I want you to be at 600 feet.
600, okay. You mean the white stripes?
Just before that, the very end of the runway, I want you to be at 600 feet, crossing that. That doesn't mean stay at 600 feet, but... Remember, we're aiming for the 1,000 footers here. Just hit some trees.
Oh, you said 600.
Yeah.
What, you mean 600 like right here?
Yeah, the trees were 50 feet off the ground. We're aiming for the 1,000 footers. I was wondering why you were pitching down so low. And our simulated runway, we just missed and hit a ditch. Yeah, that's the end of our runway. We're simulating that's the end of our runway.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to land there.
I want you to land there. You missed your point. You get plus 200 minus 0. Let's go. We don't have a lot of runway. Yeah, we're simulating. We're taking those 1,000 footers and saying that that is the threshold there. Where I had you land earlier, we're saying now the 1,000 footers are our new beginning of our runway. But we have a tree, a big 50, 60 foot, like a bunch of trees, where our original spot was at the threshold. So we have to clear those by at least 50 feet. Otherwise, we're in the trees.
Okay.
All right. Let's try that again. I think there was a little bit of misunderstanding.
And so I need to be over the runway at 600 at
the approach end of the runway.
Okay.
Make sure that you're at 600 feet there, and that we're still coming into land at our point. So we want to aim at the, there's going to be 1,000 footers here. There's going to be a line that's just barely before it. That's going to be our aiming point, which is the fourth line prior to, after the numbers. Fourth center line.
Taylor traffic, 49
After the numbers. That's our aiming point. And then, or we could go to, there's an airport over towards Lexington that has an actual field with a runway that has 80-foot trees around it that we can do it on.
Oh, I think I've done that.
49 Pablo Alpha, journey.
I guarantee you're not going to hit the trees.
Yeah. Well, it's so hard to imagine, like, say 50 feet. It's kind of hard for me to picture, okay, what does a 50-foot tree look like?
Yeah, well, just remember your altimeter, it's 500 feet here. 50 feet above that is 550. So you know you got to stay at least, you know, you don't want to skin them at 20 feet over. You know, give yourself some leeway.
Lockhart traffic 904 Charlie Papa in downwind for 18, touch and go Lockhart.
Left downwind.
Sorry, correct?
Sorry.
Taylor traffic, 49 Pablo Alpha, right downwind, 17 Taylor.
Okay, so after the 1,000 footers, but before the second line,
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to gauge again.
The aiming point?
Yeah.
That's the fourth line. Look after the numbers. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4, 1, which is kind of transitioning into the 1,000 footers. That's our aiming point.
Yeah, I'm still confused, unfortunately.
All right, I'll show you. There's 4. There's center line stripes. Count to 4, and that's what we're aiming for.
Well, I'm just looking at the stripes. Is it the second line? The second set?
Don't forget your flaps. Don't forget your flaps. Don't turn and do flaps. There's center line stripes. That's what we aim for, right? Like
center
on
line.
normal landings and soft field landings, we aim for the second one.
Right. So are we aiming for the third?
The fourth one. Because the fourth one is right there with...
Traffic 49 Papa Alpha, right base.
Well, the fourth one is all the way at the end of the runway.
What? No, you're thinking... no, center line stripes. Not the 1,000 footers. You're thinking of 1,000 footers. There's center line stripes. The center line, just like the center of the road that distinguishes 2 lanes.
Okay, so you just want me to be in the middle, basically.
Well, don't we land on the middle of the runway?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So those lines that look like, you know, they're distinguishing 2 lanes, that's what we aim for. That's the center of the runway. That's why they're called center line stripes. So there are numbers of them. That fourth one is the one we're aiming for.
The fourth one.
Yeah. So count after the 1-8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The stripes, the lines in the middle. Okay.
Those are center line stripes.
So it's right before the dash.
1,000 footers,
Okay.
yes. Those are 1,000 footers. Threshold 1,000 footers. The other side is also 1,000 footers. And then you got threshold on the other side.
Okay, so I need to be at 600 at the entry.
Yeah, so you need to stay at 600 feet. You get too slow though. Too slow, too slow, too slow, too slow. We're way too slow. Don't hit those trees. Don't hit those trees. We're still... Nope, watch your airspeed. We haven't crossed the approach into the runway yet. Now we've crossed it.
So now you want me to just...
Yep, chop and drop pretty much. Don't land before. Remember, it's a short field, not a soft field. We want to land. We don't want it to be soft. We only have 1,000 feet to land on. If we're flaring and floating and floating and flaring, we're gonna go over, and we might go off the runway. Because there's some areas that have 40 feet wide runways by 1,200 feet. If there's trees on both sides, you cannot flare like that.
Well, if we were landing on one of those runways, I think I could probably do it. It's just hard for me to put that, into imagination, really.
Try and land on that point and on that point.
Okay.
If you're flaring, you're doing it wrong.
Okay. Well, yeah, I kind of lost my focus on terms of like when I was just focusing on the 600, and then after we passed the 600, then I'm just focusing. Okay, I need to drop right now, and I completely forgot about the exact position that I need to land.
Yeah. Sorry. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. I'll tell you whenever you cross the runway. And then, so you have to stay at 600 or above prior, or until I say that you can descend, that we've crossed the trees. So when I say you cross the trees, you can go ahead and descend.
Okay.
Yeah, we were getting into the bottom of that green arc right there. We're getting at almost 50 knots. We got really slow.
Lockhart traffic 904 Charlie Papa entering left downwind for 18, touch and go, Lockhart.
I said it right this time, didn't I?
Yeah, correct.
Spots with 70 and characters based on final 17.
Remember, 2,000 RPMs in the pattern. We're gonna land on those 1,000 footers again.
Traffic RV 1 Vector Zulu. Okay. 2 to the east, 1,800 crossing midfield, entering right traffic for 17, full stop, Taylor. for touch and go captive up.
Lockhart traffic 904 Charlie Papa is base for 18 touch and go Lockhart.
Left base, left
Left
base.
base.
Field entering right traffic 417 full stop Taylor.
Tried turning out just a little bit earlier. Seemed to go a little bit too fast.
So the runway is between the 1,000 footers and the second 1,000 footers?
What?
Is the runway between the first 1,000 footers and the second 1,000 footers?
No, no. The trees are right here.
Okay.
And then
Watching
I'll tell
airspeed.
you
We're at 600, maintaining 60.
And now we're gonna send. Don't land short of those 1,000 footers. Nope, we're good, we're good. Come down.